I see you. I see you. Yep, yeah, that's better. Much better. Okay. Good morning. I haven't gone live in a while, so I wanted to go live with you guys this morning. Guys, my assistant sent me the most incredible interview done about 19 hours ago with John Rich, the country singer, and Tucker Carlson. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I'm blown away because it is everything that we all have been preaching, the Issachar tribe and the ones that know the times and seasons that they're in and telling the whole world Jesus is coming, right? Now we have John Rich, the country singer, who's not in ministry, however, uses his platform to profess Christianity, has been kind of quiet behind the scenes for a while. He makes great country music. Put out a song that has now gone to #1. It is like tracking with, which is not ironic. I think it's completely prophetic with Eminem's record, where Eminem has titles like the evil one and the Antichrist and all this. And John Rich writes this song about revelation. And he says, and I'm about to play this clip for you guys. We're kind of going to go through it. I'm just like, I'm in awe. He said he sat down, well, he felt he had no intention on writing this song that's now like blasted to almost #1, and he hasn't promoted it or anything. As he calls it, he doesn't have a machine behind him like Eminem does. And he said he started getting downloads of this song of Revelation. And he was like, I didn't want to write it. I didn't want to pin it down. I didn't want to go there. He's like, my dad's a pastor, but at the same time, I don't know much about Revelation like everybody else does. It's all so symbolistic and it's hard to understand unless you're the generation in the time of Revelation and it begins to come to life. Anyway, so he is getting this download from Jesus Christ about we are the generation, we are in Revelation. I'm blown away because, and this was just sent to me this morning by my assistant, Haley. Like I said, he recorded this 19 hours ago with Tucker. And as I'm watching this whole thing, I'm realizing that John is evangelizing Tucker Carlson. He is evangelizing Tucker, and Tucker is sitting there just consuming what he is saying. And at one point, Tucker is saying, the mark of the beast? How do you not take the mark of the beast? You mean no one can buy or sell? That's actually in the Bible. I mean, I've read Revelation, but I don't know how I missed that. And I'm sitting here watching this. Guys, we are there. This is why I'm at the park. This is why I'm always professing Jesus is coming. This is everything we're going through right now is supernaturally gearing us up for the coming of the King. And I wanted to build your faith today. And I wanted you to see that others that are not even in the office of the fivefold, who are not technically in ministry, they're in worldly offices delivering the gospel, are saying what the vessels in ministry are saying. Jesus is coming. I sat down and wrote a song. It came from him, and it's about revelation. Like, okay, let me share my screen. I want to show you this. I want to go through some of this together with you. I want to go to soundbite 926. Let's start here. Listen to this. So I believe he's setting up right here on what the Lord did to deliver him the message of this song that's trending. Here we go.
It's got the boss's hand on it. He gave it to me. He told me to write it, so I did. He told me to go put it out there, so I did. It's on him now.
What do you think the message? So you basically have said that you didn't write the song came through you.
That's correct. And that may sound like some kind of weird thing for people to hear, but that is exactly what happened. I'm not capable of writing lyrics like that. And first of all, they're not really lyrics. They come right off the pages of the book, man. I mean, I just made it rhyme. I just made what John talked about in Revelation. I just crafted them so where they would rhyme and become a song. But the entrance of the song says, dancing in the flames, the people cursed his name, talking about Jesus, and bowed at the altar of the father of lies. But there's a number to their days and all their evil ways. The Lord's going to turn away from all their cries, meaning at the end. And what that's talking about is when you watch the Super Bowl halftime show, or you watch the Grammy Awards, or you watch some of these big concerts and music videos where they are putting satanic symbolism right in your face. They are practicing witchcraft on the stage right in front of you. You're watching a football game or an award show and with your kids, and now whammo, straight evil coming straight at you. We've all seen this now. Somebody has to counter that. These guys have all these massive budgets, the entertainment value, the ability to produce those things at such a high level, it's impossible to look away from it. It's like boom, pow, huge special effects, all this stuff, and everybody's just mesmerized, and it's going right into them. So on Revelation,
Wait, can I just ask you to pause?
yeah, go ahead.
I actually haven't seen any of that because I don't have
Right.
to read, but I've read that this happens.
Yeah.
Why? Why are they pushing Satan worship on television?
Because they're doing the work of their father, just like I am.
Oh, let me make sure you guys are still with me. You guys still with me? There you are. Okay. So, did you hear that? So now we have Tucker asking questions about why, about Jesus, about Revelation. This is profound. Okay? And here's the thing. It's like Jesus is the revival that's coming, guys. This world revival that's going to come out of such depravity of what's about to come through this nation is unlike we've ever seen before. Jesus is coming. Jesus is coming. The book of Revelation, more than ever right now, should be completely being dusted off by all pastors and read in its entirety. All right, I want to show you guys this now. Let's go back to Rich. Get through these commercials. Check this out.
So for thousands of years, the prophecies in Revelation and Daniel and other places seemed like such science fiction to people. They just couldn't understand how these things are even possible, including my own dad, who's been preaching since he was about 19. He's in his early 70s now. And he said, yeah, John, just never could understand how some of these things were possible. For instance, the mark of the beast. How is it possible, we would all say, that you could track every human being in the world and know where they are and how they get their money and where they spend their money? I mean, that's just impossible. And here we sit going, oh no, they're tracking us right now. They know exactly where we spend our money and where we get our money. Because it says you won't be able to buy or sell unless you have the mark of beast. You could replace the word beast with system. Revelation says,
oh my goodness.
Without the mark,
Won't be able to buy or sell
unless you bear the mark of the beast. And when you go back and look that up in the Hebrew, it's talking about the global power that's in place at that point, the system that is in place.
Traditionally, think tanks do a lot of thinking, and the Heritage Foundation still does that. But what is the beast?
Oh, listen to this.
It's going to be whatever entity, a group of nations it speaks of, that will set into motion. We always talk about globalists and the globalist agenda and all these things. It will be a globalized stranglehold on the human population that they will know where you spend your money, where you get your money. Reminds me of central bank digital currency. If something like that
So
happens.
I've read, I'm embarrassed, this is being recorded, I probably shouldn't admit that. I've read Revelation actually, and I
Sure.
tried to understand it last year. I didn't realize it said, how did I miss that? It says you can't buy or sell without the mark of the beast.
Without the mark, yes, that's
John on the Apostle John on some Greek island 2,000 years ago said that.
yes, he did. Yes, he did. And so prior to technology showing up where it's at now in 2024, these things were impossible. Couldn't you, I mean, how's that going to happen?
That's a pretty specific call, though.
Very specific. Yeah. So now all the things that need to exist physically are all here now, so that the prophecies that have been laid out could now physically manifest. And I don't know if that's going to be today or 100 years.
All right, come back to me. I'm gonna stop sharing. Take this down. This is to me, this is just unbelievable. We've got it on Tucker, who has 2.5 million people that watch him, already 500,000 views, talking about Jesus and talking about Revelation. Let me see if I can change my camera out again. 1 second. I don't like the way this cam looks, but my other camera, I don't know, sometimes it goes in and out and I don't know why. Let's try this. Yeah, much better. All right. So listen, guys, I just could not. I'm just blown away. We're sitting here talking about, I constantly talk about the return of the Lord. I constantly talk about the mark of the beast. John Rich was just talking about centralized digital currencies. That's what we don't want. That's why we're all in the cryptocurrencies. I just want to bring this up. That's why we're all in the cryptocurrencies now, because they're decentralized, which means nobody owns them. Nobody has control of them. But the CBDCs and all of the digital dollars and digital currencies that these nations want to build, they want it to be centralized so that they can control it. And the whole point is to get into the digital assets that are decentralized, be able to make a bunch of wealth from these wells so that we can buy up assets and we don't have to be a part of the system. And you understand and you see now on Tucker Carlson, they are talking about on prime time hours the book of Revelation. They're not talking about the Quran. They're not talking about the Buddhist. They're not talking about New Age stuff. 2.5 million people are hearing the gospel. And if you noticed, between trying to show you guys and sharing my screen, sorry if it was, not a streamline. I just hope that you got it. Tucker was sitting there eating it up. He was seeing, finally, the book of Revelation coming to life. Finally seeing what this book has been sealed up for ages. That's what the Lord told Daniel. And Daniel, the Lord said, when he gave everything to Daniel, and then John got the other part of where Daniel left off and the end time visions that they both had. But in Daniel's part, the Lord told Daniel, seal it up, Daniel. Seal up the book, the end, the book of Revelation. At the time Daniel got it, John got the rest. Why? Because this is not for your generation's understanding. This is for a generation to come. We are the generation to come. And the book of Revelation is beginning to open up to the ones that the Lord is allowing to see that what we are living in right now was written 2,000 years ago. It's here. So the best thing that all of us can do, I know that we are really excited about the wealth transfer. We're very, very excited about the cryptocurrencies. We're all trying to stay on top of it. And those are the most clickable videos. I'm an end time preacher. So I'm talking about end time things. I'm talking about the economic transition. I'm talking about the Lord coming. I'm talking about the horses riding. And so when I'm telling you these things, don't forget about those other things while you're trying to focus economically on how to preserve you and your household and become the Josephs. The Josephs will rise regardless. If you are not a Joseph, you're just not going to rise, no matter how much you study the cryptocurrencies and you make it an idol in your life. The Josephs who are true Josephs are rising regardless. What you need to focus on is where we are in time. Jesus Christ is returning. He is. We are the generation that will see the new kingdom to come, his kingdom, where he will rule and reign from Jerusalem. The rapture is real, and we will be raptured, and there will be people left behind. Your objective is to have a pure garment. Your objective is to tell as many people as you can where we are in time. It's all over us. It's all around us. I find it very interesting, if I'll post this interview with Rich and Tucker in my description, but he says a very prophetic thing, and he's being very prophetic, and I don't think he realized it. He said, watching and praying about what happened to 45 makes me wonder if that was a foreshadow of what's to come for America. America gets tried to be taken out, gets tried to be wiped off the map, but miraculously stands up and comes back. Well, isn't that something? With what all of the prophecies, a dream that I had, some of you have seen that we go through a storm. We go through something that looks so bad that it doesn't look like America can come back. And some have even said, I saw a new America, but I don't know if it's a good America or a bad America. Yeah, we're there. This is no longer someday down the road, a matter of opinion. Everyone thought that they were in the book of Revelation before us. No, it's now. We are the ones. We are the ones. We're the ones. And we're going to see this country go through it. But we got the Lord. And, he's good. He's good. You get your houses in order, you get your finances in order, you get your bodies in order, get them as healthy as you possibly can get them. You stay in your prayer closet, you pray, and you get yourself to a fellowship of believers that work in signs, miracles, and wonders. You can use my website soon when it's up. If you know of one, then go ahead and go. Now is not the time to be messing around. Even the secular world is saying these things. I mean, John Rich isn't secular, but he definitely is involved in this secular industry. And they're all watching and they're all listening to him. And that's something. The Lord has a lot of mouthpieces everywhere. All right. I love you guys. I'll post the interview. It's a fantastic interview. You should go watch it. I'm just excited. The revival is coming in. It's the great and terrible day of the Lord. Love you guys.